place in this world. We gon' shine our lights till it hurts.
Let me be your arm, Tom.
Well,
if you don't mind me asking.
No, not at all, bro. January 1st, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
What's good? What's good, everybody? Really? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. You know what? I did the intro. I thought the intro was on a loop. Gonna find out we was live and I ain't even know it. But yeah, man, what's been going on, fellas?
All is well, man. All is well. No complaints.
That's good.
What's been going on with you, man?
Man, I'm just working, man. Just trying to keep up with these bills. These bills come in faster. They're coming faster than a paycheck.
2 weeks now. Once a month. It's every 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. I'm like, God damn. And when you pay one bill, man, it seems like I'm like, didn't they just bill me?
Right. They say that.
They don't
stop, man.
Huh?
See, the wheel keep turning on the machine, baby.
You gotta believe
definitely. Yeah, man. So so the first topic we're gonna get into though, did y'all get a chance to see the Chicago Sky play the Indiana Fever?
I didn't see the game. I saw the highlights of it.
Yeah.
Came down the stretch though to the final.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game. The Indiana Fever pulled it out. Yeah. They got it, man. But what y'all think about that foul though? Do y'all think that foul that
it's gonna die right in,
huh? Right in, Jack. Right in.
Is that the one when girl knocked up
Carter? Yeah, she ran up on the back
body block like Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Was that called a foul? Was it called a foul?
Yeah, they called it a foul.
But it wasn't excessive. It wasn't
like a flagrant.
They lessened how the penalty. She got a free throw out of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly what a lot of people was calling for. They thought it should have been excessive,
like a flagrant foul.
Yeah. Do you think
it was flagrant?
I mean, yeah, it looked like it. Like I said before, I had to actually redeem myself. Like I had to redo a video I made, but I was saying how Caitlin's fans was being a little unfair with the criticism, but now watching this stuff, I had to kind of retract some of that. Like, although they was chippy, what happened, there was a loose ball and Caitlin was fighting her with the ball and she kind of swung her elbow a little bit and Aaliyah Boston wound up getting and hitting the lay-in. And you could see Caitlin trash talking her.
Right.
So then she did that in retaliation.
Yeah.
But it still seemed excessive. Yeah, so they tussled first. Yeah.
The foul was after that.
Yes. But in all fairness to Caitlin and her fans, right? The night before I watched the game before I watched her and Seattle Storm play, and Victoria Vivens. After Caitlin shot that three, them two jarred. I really couldn't see what happened, but then I saw an angle yesterday. A different angle. That girl took her fist and banged Caitlin in the neck and face after the three. That's why her and Caitlin got into it. So I'm like, I'm starting to revisit some of this stuff.
So look, right. I read this after I saw that foul.
Mm-hmm.
I was on social media and I read this, and I want to ask y'all too, right? Do you think? Does everybody know Caitlin Clark is like the
Everybody know Caitlin Clark. What?
She's like the cash cow. She's just bringing the extra eyes in. Do you think it's a bad thing that these other players are getting chippy with her?
Yeah.
Being borderline dirty. Do you think that's bad that they're doing that when she's the one that's almost like to make a comparison, almost like how Tiger Woods was with golf?
Right.
When he first came on the scene, everybody's salaries go up and all that. It's like, do you think the WNBA should do a better job of
regulating those fouls?
Right.
I don't know. I'm thinking though that my only problem, I'm gonna ask you a question. I don't think that the WNBA, I think they are going to, because it's gonna be a lot of outcry and stuff like that, and because of the investors and stuff.
Yep.
You got the WNBA, they want to grow. You got like I say, the sponsors and stuff. Yeah, so they're going they're gonna make them tone that down,
They
right?
can't afford to get this girl hurt. They can't
But-
afford her getting hurt.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She the golden goose.
Yeah, you don't want her to
You
get
know what I'm
hurt.
saying? Quote unquote, she the golden goose, and you don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but on the other hand, though, like, do you want to, like, for like the sake of competition, though, do you want to make it look so obvious that, you know what I mean, that the girls on the other teams feel like, well, we can't touch her, we can't foul her, we can't breathe on her, you know what I mean? But
no, that's a good point you make. But if you go back on the men's side, it's been like that. You know, Michael Jordan would get calls,
right?
Bird would get calls, Magic
LeBron,
would get calls, LeBron would get calls that other people wouldn't.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So that's just par for the course.
But in the same token, though, they did allow a lot of the rough house and stuff to build the story. You know what I mean? So, like, you got to create the nemesis, so to speak, for her to overcome. Now, once you get overcome, now it starts being you can't even get close to her and stuff like that.
I'll tell you one thing, though.
So it's tough.
The Fever, if they don't have them already, they're going to get some enforcers around her.
Yep. That's what
They're going to get some enforcers around her.
Yeah, and see, that's what I think. That's where it should start at. It should start with your teammates. You know what I mean? Like I said when what was the guy name? When Rudy Gobert was getting choked out by Draymond Green. Like, you know, like somebody should have came to. It's not a good look for your team to like, come on, Draymond, let him go, man. Come on, stop playing, Draymond. You know what I mean? Somebody should have been like, you know what I mean? Put Draymond in the choke block.
Teammate, you think that go down? You know what I'm saying? That's Antonio Davis like that. Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah. So let me read one of our first guy in the chat. What's the name? Fulans Speak Sports said that Caitlin Clark was running her mouth to a real one, and they was jawing back and forth. You know what I mean? Before they was jawing back and forth before that foul came out.
But I'll say this to him, like to Kennedy Carter, she might have been running her mouth to a real one, but all she did against Victoria Vivian was shoot a three. Now I don't know what she said to her, but that girl punched her in the neck.
Yeah.
So I think both things are happening. Like I think she running them out, but at the same time, it's some resentment. You can see both things playing out.
And also, I don't want to mess my man name up. It's Fulan Speaks Sports says that she went to the line 15 times for that 30 points. And so that's going to be a continuing trend.
Oh, well, she get the whistle.
Right. Yeah. So she gonna get the whistle.
She's starting to. Yeah.
She gonna get the whistle, and now she getting it. I think she's gonna continue to get it even more.
Absolutely.
But see, now what's happening is though, like, all right, so she'll start stuff with people, or she'll say something, and she'll kind of like provoke you into doing like what the young lady Carter did yesterday. So and in football, they always say that, like, the ref don't see the first foul, they always see the second. They see the retaliation. You know what I mean? So if she provoke you and then you go do something like that, then your team is going to be the team that lose out because
she even made that statement because they asked her about that. She said, "No, you know, I'm gonna let the game speak because normally it's it's the second one the ref sees." So she made that very statement. But I know you were saying it in respects to whatever she did to initiate it. Ref ain't catch that, caught her, but
plus. She may not have even gotten physical with the young lady first. Like, it was just a verbal back and forth.
Right. It was just verbal trash talk.
Right. It was a verbal back and forth. So she talked trash. But let me ask y'all this though. Like, the fact that her teammates didn't come to her defense and they don't do that, like, do that speak to, like, they don't like her or something?
I don't know. I don't know if it speaks to them not liking them, because I also see some camaraderie with them.
Yeah.
I see some smiles and little gestures in the press conference. I know you was mentioning how far she's to the way, but they connected.
Yeah.
I just think it might speak to the makeup. Sorry about that. I think it might speak to the makeup of the players. Like, you know, we were talking about a Charles Oakley enforcer type.
Yeah,
they're not on every team. I don't care what you say.
No, they not.
And that's a special breed.
Yeah,
and I just think it might speak to what she got on her team. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. And then, you know, her teammates, hear what she says.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, so if like you say, if she's the one that's starting it,
Mm-hmm.
now yeah, if you're the one that's initiating all this trash talk and all this, that, you gotta be able to back that up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to back
Well,
that
you
up.
gotta
You
play
can't,
through it.
you
Well-
can't talk all like that, then hide behind that.
Well,
right,
Yeah,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
do she need to be able to
but
back that
nah,
up? Though?
yeah, because
To a certain extent.
All right. So, like
Yeah.
when Kobe first started with the Lakers, right? Like Jerry West sent the orders down that Kobe Bryant was not to be hazed. Okay. So he kind of like they knew right off the bat that Kobe was going to be the chosen one. So you're not going to do anything to mess with his confidence. You know what I mean? Like he gonna have a green light from the door. So you know what I mean? Like, so why haven't the coach for the Fever did that with Caitlin? Because she don't seem to be publicly taking her her side.
See, I disagree with that.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I think she is starting to, because she got a couple of technical fouls
Right.
in the Seattle Storm game.
Yeah, she
and
sure did.
she's starting to speak. Yeah.
And even Caitlin said, "I'm glad Coach got a tech."
Yeah.
Yeah, she said,
Yeah.
speaking up or whatever.
Right, yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you the coach, right? If you the coach of the Indiana Fever, your franchise ball player want to see you standing up, at least publicly want to see you standing up for her, you know, and taking her side. She could be wrong as two left shoes, and then but once we go behind closed door, then we correct that.
And yesterday at the post game press conference, I heard Christy. They asked her about Kennedy Carter's situation again, and she turned to her assistant.
Yeah,
and you can hear her whisper, "I'm trying not to get fined."
Yeah. I saw that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Some of this stuff, she's trying. She's so pressed about wins.
Yeah,
she's on the hot seat. And the last thing she wants to do is not go follow protocol. So she's trying to go about it the protocol way. We're going to keep sending this stuff to the league office. We're going to keep doing this. So she's trying to go about it in that regard.
To be on the hot seat?
Huh?
She should be on the hot seat.
Well, the coach should be on the hot seat.
You think she should be on the hot seat?
That's a great question.
I don't know if it's fair.
I don't think
but
it's fair.
You know how you can navigate that situation is you gotta show, like, she had to establish a relationship with Caitlin Clark. That's, you know what I mean? So if you are on a hot seat as far as like fans are concerned, if you're on a hot seat as far as like management is concerned, and you got Caitlin in your corner, that would trump. That could possibly trump that, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's how I think that would be the best way for her to manage that situation. Like if she was getting technicals and she was running out there on the court, you know what I mean? Every time somebody touched Caitlin, and you know, that's a good look for her.
Well, she did do that with Seattle in the Seattle game. Yeah, she was on the court.
So one of our listeners in the chat said, "I don't believe Vivian's punched her. It was a poke in the shoulder. A punch is an automatic ejection in any sport."
No, you got to see the different angle. I saw that angle. She punched her, but I don't know if the referee saw it. Because it wasn't like this. It was just like that. In her neck area. So she got, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get away with stuff if the ref don't see it.
Right. And then so that's probably what, like, the lady, what's her name? Something Sides. She said that they sending film and everything to
they sending that stuff,
you know, to the league so they can review it. But
and we not Caitlin Clark apologists up here. We just objectively looking at it.
Like I've seen it before. Like, you know what I mean? Like we said before, we've seen it with Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? And to an extent with LeBron James and with Kobe, you know, like it was established that you wasn't going to be able, at least his own teammates wasn't going to be able to you know, to haze him and you know, because they wanted from the door, they wanted to establish his confidence and give him the green light.
And speaking of what you said, like, should she be able to back it up, right?
Another
thing, you talk about her being a cash cow. When you talk about Oakley, so if anybody did something rough to Mike early stages when he was there, Oakley was fighting you. Certain players you gotta protect because of what what it does for your team. You know what I'm saying? So to Mike's point, you know what I mean? So she got to be able to play through this stuff and be competitive and not let her make her shrink. But some of them players, you need somebody protecting this girl.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
you don't want like, even if Caitlin Clark can back up what she say physically, right? You still don't want that to be her role. You know what I mean? Like you on Detroit, you know what I mean? Like Isaiah can back up everything he say, but he ain't have to because he had Mahorn, he had Lambert, you know what I mean? He had Dennis Rodman and all those guys. And I mean, if he'll crack you before they get there. You know what I mean? He'll crack you before they get there. And I don't think it's a bad thing right now what we're seeing in the WNBA. It's making for a lot of, man. You got those two different, like I said last week, you got two different fan bases that's clashing. Now it might get out of hand with like the different fan bases. You know what I mean? Like the different fan bases might clash.
Like it normally does.
Right? Yeah. Like but as long as on the court, they keep it,
and not just with Caitlin, man. To see Angel get choked out in midair. Somebody clothesline that girl.
Yeah.
And slam it.
Yeah. I remember.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that was like a week ago.
Yeah, it was a few games back. They clothesline now. They yanked out the air. So it's just you can see the old guard, like they don't really like all this attention that these young girls get. And you can see the old guard fighting hard. It's almost like they bullying.
Right. Yeah, but
so go ahead, Mike.
No. Go ahead. So you said the bullying.
Just the point I was trying to, you got the old guard that's there, right?
Yeah.
You got these new players coming in.
Yeah.
But they're bringing in a fan base, a different fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about the big picture, you like, well, not that I shouldn't try to hurt them. Because if they go away, or you know what I'm saying, them eyes go with them sponsors go with
all that go with
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you would think that
right.
Yeah,
right.
But when you get in your ego and emotion, you lose sight of all that stuff.
That's right.
You can, and then on top of that, you can't really expect like the old guard. That's just to hand over like the hand over the reins to the, you know what I mean, like. You want the young ones to take it anyway.
To earn. That's
right.
Yeah.
And also it's your job, right?
Yeah.
So these kids are coming for my job.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fight for my job.
Yeah. So
that's serious.
Yes.
That's interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's serious.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's not nothing that we haven't seen before.
Right.
Yeah. So let me see. So what Lance Speak Sports says, I saw it too. We just have to agree to disagree, and that's cool. That's fair.
Yeah.
My man Jim from the North, man, appreciate you. Welcome back. He said he was surprised her teammates didn't do something more in the moment.
Yeah.
A lot of people surprised about like the teammates, man, and that's what I'm saying. So if you are a teammate like on the Indiana Fever, I'm thinking that like, do you think that will cost you to not be there if you don't demonstrate that you're not buying into, you know what I mean? You're not protecting our golden goose or buying into the program that we setting up now?
Yep. Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if your production is not that high.
Yeah. Because they want to surround her, like I said, they want to surround her with people that's, because it's like us against the world. You know what I mean? And then it don't even really matter like who else, like if the Sky like her, or they respect her. It don't matter if the Aces like her or respect her. What matters is if you're gonna come at one of our teammates, then it's gonna be some consequences and repercussions behind it. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing for the Aces. Like if you foul somebody on that team hard, you got to deal with everybody. You got to deal with Asia. You got to deal with what's her name, Plum,
everybody,
Jackson. Yeah. So
and it's even her own teammates might feel a little indifferent. You know
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's looking like. Yeah.
Oh, you coming to save us now? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you can be a little bit of that too. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's what that shows. Like when your teammates don't now. Like you said, they did bigger up once. Like when she got into the scrap with Vivian.
Victoria Vivian.
Yeah.
They bigged her up. They was patting on the back, and even Juju Watkins, she said something on social media, a dog, but her teammates was giving her pounds. That's
Yeah.
right, you know. So yeah,
And like
man.
I say, you want to know if I'm the one, if we're on the team and we out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the one that's always trash talking and all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be like, all right, something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you at least gotta stand tall till we get over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't be like, all right, click where you at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everybody,
yeah.
where you at?
But see, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, and that's what Caitlin doing.
Right,
She's standing tall in it.
right,
She
right,
like
right,
she's like fighting back.
right.
She's
right.
making adjustments. And that one game, man, she had the game. She thought she was out there blocking shots off ball. Yeah, so she's in, you know. So I think that'll make her teammates in great shape themselves.
John Shaft says that when Taurasi came into the league, she was bullied. Skylar Diggins bullied as a rookie. Candace Parker bullied, and so on and so on. CC, Caitlin Clark antics and flopping are pissing off the vets. And that could be true. And like they said, all of these young ladies that come into the league, especially like you used to talk about these women, Skylar Diggins, Donna Taurasi, Candace, they came with a lot of fanfare and they owned those bases too when they came into the league. And so they had to definitely prove themselves. All of them got bullied, all of them got hit, and you know.
But what I mean, bully and physical bullying, like physical, but the cheap shots, that's
I think all of them took cheap shots
you
like
think
that.
I would have
like
to
Donna
know.
Taurasi,
I would have to know.
I mean, just think it's
Candace
so
Parker.
many eyes now.
That's
You
true. You seeing it.
So many eyes now. The games are getting broadcast on prime time now. Like that. And that's what it's a different game because of that. Because she bring that
large base. Yeah, she bring a large base with her.
And it's both sides to see it to succeed or fail. You know what I mean? But people tuning in. You know what I'm saying?
And when Taurasi came, Kelsey, all these other players came, the networks wasn't rearranging their schedule, wasn't putting them on the forefront, wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's got to add some level of a little increased resentment and intensity in terms of the bullying.
And my man Jim from up north said CC is going to learn how to adjust. I think she tough. She don't seem like she backing down anyway.
No, she don't.
You know what I mean? So you know, I think it's going to make all of them. Like when I saw when Angel Reese got clothesline last week. Angel Reese was given as good as she took. You know what I mean? So it's you know they not asking nobody to give them nothing. They gonna come in there and they gonna be able to. They are gonna adjust. It's gonna make them better. Angel Reese already a physical ball player anyway, and so if she get any more dangerous, man, that's you know, So I think all these girls gonna adjust.
I like how Cardoza looked yesterday in the game.
Right,
that was her first game back. Her presence was felt. Yeah, she played a solid game.
Yeah, Cardoza did look good yesterday.
She looked real good. And Indiana's team, you gotta give them a shout out because they really came to play. The girl Smith is her name. And Mitchell, and they was filling it up. They played a real good. The one girl caught the alley oop off the break. They tossed it up. She gave you what you wanted to see, Mike. That flare. She leaped in the air, hung a little bit later. It was sweet, man. So it was fun to watch too.
All right, so one person in the chat says these refs are trash. What y'all think about the refereeing though? Do y'all think they could do a better job for as
I don't even see
protecting the players?
I mean, I don't even see that much. But it's like refs across the board have been all. So I'm gonna say and I don't even watch as much as y'all two.
I got a theory about that. I think the refs too are under the control of the veteran players that's been there and stuff like that. It's like it's almost like they afraid. The refs are afraid to you know, blow the whistle and
against the veteran players.
It just feels that way to me. Like, you know what I mean?
It all comes with
John Shaft. What you say, Tom?
Where's the commissioner at?
It always comes with like you haven't earned that.
You haven't earned it
yet. That foul. You know what I'm saying?
So John Shaft says you don't clap in a vet's face as a rookie and talk and don't expect some heat. So yeah, I can agree with that too. You know what I mean? Yeah, because they not those they not gonna give you nothing, man.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And you don't.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like not showing
Yeah.
any kind of.
Yeah.
So
You know what I mean?
all right, and Jim from up north says the game yesterday was just the beginning of the rivalry to come. Now I can agree with that. You know what I mean?
You right about that.
I can agree with that.
Yep.
That's why I think a lot of those young ladies, like again on Indiana Fever, if they not stepping up to the plate, if they not showing that they it's us against the world, then and I think a coach on down, you know what I mean? Because you can't expect Caitlin to get beat up and then, you know what I mean, then tell her to turn the other cheek. You know what I mean? Like she on a civil rights march or something. You know what I mean?
But Caitlin's, but it's almost like what you were saying, the psychological game. It's almost like she's playing that. She's gonna start leaning into that.
Yeah, she's leaning into it because she say stuff.
Because look at the game yesterday. It came down to a 1-point game, right? But guess what? She got one free throw behind Kennedy Carter, creating that foul on her. So sometimes it becomes being witty and leaning.
Yeah.
You know, Bird was real like that. He had these little tactics he would do, get you off your game, get you out, and you getting overly aggressive. Now you're getting cheap fouls and things like that. So you know.
All right, so let me I want to hear y'all thoughts on this. Like Jimmy Carter says, nobody deserves to get blindsided. Thugs on the Chicago sky are punks. Nobody is coming to watch them. Look at the numbers. Bad takes, guys. All right, so people are coming to watch the sky. So that's incorrect. Number two, they not thugs, and like this all in the whether you like the foul or not. Nobody is saying that the foul that young lady put on Caitlin Clark was cool. You know, and so, but it's a part of basketball. It happens from time to time. Who was the guy that got clothes hung for the what was the dude that played for the Lakers and he got clothes hung back in the day? Kurt Rambis took you know what I mean? You can't find nobody to say that was a clean foul what Kurt Rambis took. Right. But it was a part of basketball, and it didn't stop the Lakers from winning their championship.
And Bill Laimbeer, I know the Detroit got deemed the bad boys. Yeah. But Bill Laimbeer was one of the dirtiest, cheap shot guy, and nobody referred to him as a thug per se. Right.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? So they don't. Bill Laimbeer is not considered a thug. Right. You know what I mean? He just tough. Isaiah is. They just all tough ball players. Yeah. So I just you know what I mean. Jimmy Carter, that's your take. That's cool. But them young ladies are not thugs. We're not even gonna start. You know. We ain't gonna and it's not true that people. I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, and I'm a fan of Angel Reese. Well, you know, and sometimes they're gonna do some stuff.
Huh? I'm a fan of all these young girls.
Right? Yeah, Cameron Brinks.
Because they got me watching.
Yeah. You know? So man, I'm not buying into that. Yeah. So Dave Spriggs said the refs will be fired. The refs are responsible, and the league is responsible for the player safety. And I can agree with that. Yeah, because you don't want to see people get hit in the back, you know, especially when they're not expecting it.
You gotta keep a hold of the game. You gotta keep, you know what I'm saying, law and order. You know what I'm saying? You can't just let people just run off and go crazy, doing whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when the scuffle is really going to be intensified.
Right. Right.
They gotta do a better job of doing that.
And speaking of the thug comment too, if you listen to these young ladies speak at the press conference, even Carter, very articulate.
Oh man, you
know they address things well. That's just the heat of the battle. Man.
With a word like that, man, I don't want to get.
I don't like that. That's a little tough. Man.
And so
they smart women, college graduates.
Like you say,
all these
I'm sorry, I ain't mean to go back to that.
I'm saying it's all good. All of these young ladies are, but in the heated conversation, I think what's going to happen is like the refs probably going to tighten up the game. Caitlin Clark is going to get some, you know, and so people won't complain when she get enforcers around her. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's like a progression. You seeing like the development like we did with Mike back in the day, you know what I mean?
It's bound to happen. A couple players in there just to make sure. You know what I'm saying?
And it's the oldest story in Britain. It's always villain and a good guy. It's always a
Right, yeah,
villain
yeah.
and overcome. That's
You think-
part of it.
You think that you think it's scripted? Like the WNBA is like scripted?
Well, I'm
I
thinking
think all professional sports
I
are
don't know
scripted
if
to
it's
some degree.
scripted.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's scripted, but I do think that they know that like in certain situations it's gonna play out a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean? I think they're gonna let it play out the way it's playing out. Long as fans keep in mind that it's just a sport and they don't get out of control with it, because you know the WNBA is going to control. You know what I mean? They're not going to let it go too far.
What do you think about this 3-on-3 league that Breonna Stewart trying to create?
I think I'm interested in that too. They got like a 3-on-3, full court 3-on-3.
Do you think she's trying to rival Cube because she's a little upset? They was upset that Cube wanted to give Caitlin this money to play in his league, and what he said was, I want to do it to offer them an opportunity so they don't have to go overseas. They can do other stuff, stay at home. And they was like, well, if that's the case, why didn't you been offer that? You wait till Caitlin come. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of this, but it seems like it's been in the works for a while because you don't just automatic, you know what I mean? So maybe not. I'm not sure.
Breonna Stewart said that it's been in the works for at least 2 years.
Okay, there you go.
But whether it's in response to
Cube.
I don't know if it's in response to Cube, but I think it's a good business decision though.
Absolutely.
I think because number one, if they can find a way for the young ladies in the or women professional basketball players to stay home and get more money, I think that's a good look. And then number two, you know, with the 3-on-3, I think it's a whole different game. It'll be a faster game.
Yep.
You know, they'll show more of their athleticism. Full court. That's what she said. 3-on-3, full court.
Full court.
Courts
are smaller.
Yeah, it's gonna be a smaller court.
Yeah.
But that's probably gonna be a good look.
Almost like in the college gym, you know how they got the regular.
And then
the
exactly, side to side. Yeah. So all right, let me get back to some of these. My man Jim from up north said, I love the game back in the 80s. It's different now, and I appreciate the game. But if the ladies' game is physical, I'm here for it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like when we was watching the games back in the 80s, and we used to see them hard fouls like that, we ain't really, I don't know, maybe because I was young, I don't know. If we ain't really take it to heart too much, you know what I mean? We wasn't like, I mean, because everybody, it didn't keep like Isaiah and them from winning. It didn't keep Magic and them from winning. It didn't keep Mike from winning. But what it did in all those cases just made everybody tougher, though.
See, and that's what I'm about to say. You had no soft champions back then.
Yeah, no soft champions.
Everybody who won championships back then was a tough team.
Even
the Showtime Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I mean, and all right. So the next participant in the chat says it keeps getting worse. They will only be happy when she's out for the season or a career. Yeah, I don't think. Hopefully that won't happen. Like with nobody getting hurt for the.
I don't think no one wants to see that.
Yeah, nobody, because she is you know, I mean, people pay to see these girls. You know what I mean? So you don't want to see nobody get hurt or be out for the season.
And in lieu of the recent events, like now how you know exasperated things have become, I think now what you're gonna have is league conference calls going on, meetings. They're gonna start trying to rein that in a little bit. You know, I think it's kind of reached its apex to some degree. As much as we think it's getting ready to get worse, I don't think it's gonna get worse.
And you know
I think they're gonna rein it in a little bit.
And because they're gonna be on TV now.
Right. I guarantee they having conference calls right now about all right, we need to
rein this in.
Yeah, absolutely. And they probably sent out memos around all the teams and the coaches to start emphasizing things in practice. We need to
more ejection.
So look, what y'all think about this? What's this? ARP family video says, I think her teammates don't make enough money for them to want to get involved.
I
didn't think about nothing like that, right?
That's real.
So,
that's real.
So
that's real. But back in the day, like, but Oak wasn't making all crazy money either, you know.
But that's something I didn't even think about.
But that is funny though.
So if you get minimum wage and then Caitlin talking crap, and you make a minimum,
especially when she started.
Yeah.
Like,
making
And
minimum
you came
wage.
in and took my job.
Yeah. But that's something to think about. But again, something like that, man. Something like that, hopefully with Caitlin Clark and these young ladies coming into the league, though, that will bring more money to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like with Tiger, like you said, with Tiger, what he did in golf, man. So yeah, let me see. Oh man. Yeah, so I think a lot of people probably will check out if Caitlin Clark get hurt or was out for the season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely a lot, especially her fan base.
No one wants that.
No one wants that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they said that. What if when she like bumped her, knocked her down? What if she twisted her knee or dislocated her elbow or something like that when she fell?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The league is gonna have to get it to a point where it can survive an injury of hers, because like with the NBA, they was solidified, and Mike got hurt his second year, he broke his foot, missed all them games.
Right.
And the league was already. The WNBA, she go down right now. That's a huge blow.
It is.
That's a huge blow. But injury is part of it.
Enough.
Yeah.
To be able to, they tune in to see her. Like I say, even win or lose.
Yeah.
They tune in to see her.
Yeah.
You know?
So, all right. Well, John Chef said, if you ever played on a playground, everybody gets a cheap shot. Nothing here. They just treating it like CC like Tom Brady.
Yeah, we come up on the sand lots. When the motherfucker hit you in the face, that was a fight. It wasn't a cheat. That was something.
We can throw hands.
Yeah, we throwing hands. Different.
Right. That's different.
Yeah.
No one said it didn't happen.
Physical play was appreciated. Hard fix, and stuff like that. That's part of it. That wasn't cheap to me.
What?
Our physical play when we was coming up, it wasn't cheap to me.
Yeah, but I mean, we also seen a lot of fights out there too.
We did.
Yeah,
because of cheap,
right?
Real shit.
A legitimate
cheap undercut the guy in the air and shit like that.
Yeah, legitimate. Yeah,
that ain't ball.
Nah, that ain't
right. Anything outside of, you know what I mean? Like this. Right. Anything outside of like, we ain't in the penitentiary.
And then we didn't play in spots. You played in Baltimore, certain spots you can play anyway. You know how I get.
Yeah.
Real physical.
And the closer you get to winning the game, the more physical the game.
Physical it gets.
Don't nobody want to lose, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't dirty. Like it wasn't trying to hurt you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that was rare. That was real rare.
Yeah. So what Tony Hill said, it was a football move. They were chirping at each other throughout the game, and trash talk and an acceptable part of the game. So trash talk is an acceptable part of the game.
Yep.
No chirps. I don't know. I just think that I don't like the fact that she hit her with her back turned though. You know what I mean? That's the only thing.
Even the bumping is cool. Even she run them out, you bumping a little bit. That's cool. But that was like, I don't know. Yeah.
And it might have looked way
worse than what it actually was.
She ain't see it coming. She wasn't braced for it.
Yeah.
Might have caught off balance. Man. And she might have sold it a little bit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you factor all that in. It might have looked worse than what it actually was.
Yeah.
Because she certainly sold that Angel Reese when she flopped on that.
Yeah, so I mean,
that was just smart basketball.
She played into that one. All right, so Family Video said, think about if you stick up for Caitlin Clark and you get suspended for 10 games, that's a big blow to your salary. So if you get suspended in the WNBA, that you lose money to?
Absolutely, a suspension.
It's a suspension,
Okay.
That's all players.
Yeah.
Well, if you, I don't know if it's like that in basketball. Well, I guess these young ladies can't afford to sponsor somebody. You know what I mean? Like if you get a foul, I mean, Caitlin Clark, she got like $28 million off of just one deal, off the Nike deal. So if you get like a little 10-game suspension for standing up for Caitlin Clark, she be like, don't worry about it, I got you.
That's a time where she's supposed to take care of you.
All right. That's what I'm saying. So if you was like, if y'all established that, we gonna, you know what I mean?
You're fine.
Hey, I got you.
So on good teams or great teams like that, once they get to that point, you know what I mean? People will start, don't even worry about that fine. But this your job. You're gonna get paid no matter what. You know what I mean? Especially if you out there, you looking out for your best ball player. All right. Let me see what my man, what John Shaft said. Basically, she's a stick compared to the grown women. She don't want to be touched. Now, Caitlin Clark is like when you look at her and a lot of these younger women coming in, right? You look at them compared to the you know what I mean, to the veterans. You could definitely see the difference as far as like how they are you know how they their fitness is concerned. You know what I mean? Their body types.
Slighter build.
Very lean. Yeah.
She real lean, slighter build. I've seen that a couple of times. Like, wow, she's real small. You know
she real small. But no, like I said, but again, no off season. Going right from college to the pros, not being able to work on her body. But she did make a comment. They talked about. She said she understands what she want to do in the off season. She know the work weight program she want to get into. So you're gonna see a lot of these kids starting to develop that too as well. To get ready because they ain't playing.
I think
what's up, man? How you doing?
I think all of these rookies that's coming in this year, they'll probably be able to make a stronger impact next year after
once they get the work. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
What's going on? What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much.
Yeah. So George, what's the dude named George Lumford said it's not hard to break a hand when you don't know what's coming or a leg. That's true. That's why we said when you hit somebody and they not expecting you, you know what I mean? You don't have an opportunity to brace yourself. That's true. Yeah. We can agree with that, definitely. You know, so that's what I think like the league will be responsible for cutting all that kind of nonsense out, like hitting people when they're not looking or you know. So that's a good point too though. But, I keep saying, man, I think it's just gonna start with they're gonna have to put like a different group of people around her to make sure that she got the she can go out there and do what she do best. You know. And, all right, so let me go to another one of these. Athletes in all sports bulk up with age.
Yep.
That's true too.
Yeah, they get that grown woman, grown man body at a certain age. Yeah,
man. So so let me I want to thank a couple of the people that gave that ordered merch from our last show. James McLaughlin, I appreciate you ordering the merch. We sent it out probably I think Friday. We sent your merch and everything out Friday, and you should be getting it by Monday. Also, we appreciate the donation you gave to the channel. So that's, you know what I mean. Appreciate that too. So all right, man. What's going on, man? You with the golf, Jack?
Huh?
What's going on with the golf?
I just want y'all to know that brothers suck at golf just like we suck at some other sports as well. I had a terrible golf day.
Terrible golf day.
My first tournament won that. No problem. Yesterday, though, Jesus, I hit 2 houses.
Yeah.
Let y'all know how bad my day was yesterday, man. I hit 2 houses, yo.
Yeah, man. So, I'm just looking forward, though, to this rivalry like that's going on with, Chicago. I think Chicago look good, though. The Chicago Sky, I think they look pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. I think who you think is going to be Caitlin Clark's biggest rivalry though? I
think they're establishing it right now.
You think it's going to be between Chicago and
first?
Indiana?
Let's do this. Let Indiana develop itself as a winning culture first.
Right. Yeah.
Before we even talking about rivalry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So right now, ain't no rivalries. Everybody just hating. Or just not. I don't even really want to say hating though. Everybody just everybody just going at it.
No, it's hate. Let's call it what it is. She is a rookie, not playing one game, and theoretically, she's making more than anybody in the league right now. Yeah. That's hate coming off of that right there. Yeah. Every woman that is going to play against her, is going to want to dominate her in every fashion, make her look bad.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
So do you think that's bad for the league though? Like if
the league needs it. It's not bad for the league at all.
Yeah.
That physical play and what the league is, what's going on right now, gets two things. Gets everybody talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? and it gets people names that you really wouldn't normally hear.
Right.
Gets that on sport, get their names on sports.
Yeah, most get everybody.
So,
Man, yeah.
So as far as the WNBA, like, and the players concerned, everybody involved is benefiting them.
Ain't no question.
Yeah, the benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No question.
Her
They
getting
realize
beat
it
up.
not. They realize it not.
Yeah.
Benefit.
Yeah, her getting beat up is the best thing that WNBA has going right now because it's bringing every news faction to focus on what's going on to her.
Yeah.
And that's what the WNBA hasn't had that.
All publicity is great publicity.
Exactly.
And it's like what Corey said too last week, where they lack in some of the spectacular plays. You get the entertainment through the physicality and the storyline. So
because let's be honest, when the bad boys played Jordan and them, you turned into that game to see the physicality of the game.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you turn. You ain't give us fucking Jordan scored 100 points. You wanted to see how he scored that 100 points, and if he's going to go into that paint and get hard fouled. That's why that bad boy versus Chicago rivalry was so good to watch. Made good entertainment.
Yeah. So let me address this comment by who's this guy right here? All right. So this what I'm talking about. Like, so Indiana is and always will be basketball country, right? So that's true, and that's what I'm saying.
Because they have nothing else in Indiana. What do they have in Indiana?
Yeah, but I'm saying, even if they don't have nothing else going on in Indiana but basketball, right? That base versus like a base like Chicago base, you know what I mean? So you got those two polar opposite bases going against each other. That's good for basketball. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, like, as far as the rivalry is being concerned, yeah, true. I think Indiana, to me, is basketball country more so than New York, because they always try to say, well, New York is the Mecca and everything, right? But I think
there's nothing else in Indiana.
Yeah,
I mean,
but Indiana is the birthplace of basketball, though, right?
Yeah. But why do they call New York the Mecca? All the players it produced.
Yeah.
Indiana, they produced some players, but not like New York.
Yeah. So that's why they call New York the Mecca, because
Rucker, and then you got all this stuff. I mean, come on, man. I even think Baltimore produced a lot more players than Indiana.
Well, I don't know.
Indiana's got the historic Hoosiers and things like that.
Right, the birthplace, right?
Yeah.
Basically the birthplace.
But the modern NBA.
Yeah, but I don't,
Yeah, so
shit, you play in New York, you play in Baltimore, you playing some of these places.
New York, though, is New York more hype though?
Always.
Always.
Yeah,
man,
I just
but they had some bad motherfuckers come up by there too,
they
though.
got some ballers. Yeah,
it ain't all just hype.
But I mean, they always like play at the
I'm
guard.
Baltimore till I die. Credit where credit.
But see, to add to your point though, how many true stars do we have heard come out of New York instead of going to New York?
Yeah.
Shit, Rod Strickland. And,
Love Rod, boy.
Huh?
Love Rod.
Oh, yeah,
You talking about
love
Stephon
Rod,
Marbury? You talking about
Kenny A.
Kenny Anderson?
Kenny Smith.
Those three names you just named wouldn't be in the top 25 of
And
nobody's
then what Kyrie come from Jersey. Doc come from Jersey.
Jersey ain't New York.
That kind of is.
You ask a New Yorker. You ask a New Yorker. Jersey ain't.
I don't know. They kind of is.
New York ain't New Jersey.
It kind of is though. But I mean,
you know, you got guys. You know, if you want to go back, you got time.
Pee-wee Kirkland. Where he come from?
You got.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got
some legends.
But I think it's a lot of hype too. It's a lot of hype too.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know
So even Jim from up north said, Kansas is going to want to have a word about that birthplace conversation. I mean, everybody, you know, I think you get some ballers coming from everybody.
Everywhere.
But that dude Nate Smith, where did he start? Where did he invent the game?
Indiana.
It was Indiana or Kansas or what's the other?
I thought it was Indiana though.
Yeah, I thought it's somewhere. Yeah, it's somewhere.
Yeah.
And we even need to check that history, the way all this history is getting rewritten.
I think they developed the point of dribbling and the way they did the modern game, where you could dribble and all of the other stuff. Because you remember basketball at one point in time, you couldn't dribble. The ball couldn't touch the ground.
Right.
The ball touched the ground was a turnover.
Just dribble. That's all.
All right. So all right. Let me I want to address this comment. West Coast for Life said, I like how Jokic handles cheap shots, especially with Markieff, right? And so see that's the thing, right? Like once you establish that you're not going to be able to like when the Joker got up, when Markeith hit him in the back, he got up and he hit him back. You know what I mean? And so after that, Markeith ain't never hit him no more. You know what I mean? That was the end of that. And so, but the thing about the Joker is, where Joker? What country they from? That's like, man, they
he from Serbia.
They rough over there,
from
Jack.
Serbia. That was war-torn country.
Yeah, they rough over there. So if you think the ghettos in over here is tough, that's I mean, like you said, that's war-torn country.
Like third world country.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, they stuff that we never. They experience stuff over there like bombings and their towns getting bombed and stuff like that. So
the market still be open. They get
like,
bombed.
Somebody bombing something and you still going to the market.
Right.
I'm like, whoa, y'all ain't shut down. What's going on?
Right.
Man. So yeah, Joker wasn't he about that life for real.
I'm gonna tell you this though, as long as Caitlyn don't crack to the pressure, eventually those players gonna start respecting her.
Yeah, she gonna
earn it.
Yeah, they're gonna start respecting.
Yeah, I guess they definitely gonna make her earn it.
As long as her game don't shrink.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say though, they beating up on her though. She got to be mentally tough. Everybody talking about her physical game and what she can do physically. If she's not mentally there to handle that pressure that's going on, because you got to remember now the WNBA is putting her in the face as the face of the WNBA. Yeah. She's making the most money, and now nobody really likes her. If you're not on her team, you're not really liking her. Yeah. So it's like it's a lot of pressure right there for a youngster.
But as you watch her though, with all that, each game she's improving.
She is improving, but if you looked at the game she played yesterday, when they was beating her up yesterday, she looked kind of defeated in certain plays.
You thought
if you look at her face, you can look at her face like, damn, I'm getting hit again. I'm getting hit again. Wow. And then even in the press conference, the coaches is like, yo, we need to take a look. The WNBA needs to take a look at what they're doing to her and everything. Mm-hmm. So the team is realizing that this is strategic now. This is not something that it's just strategic. Mm-hmm. So, to understand as a youngster that now that people are coming after you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like she's Jordan where, I'm the greatest, so I know they're going to come for me. She ain't even proved that she's supposed to be on the court yet with these ladies, and they coming after her.
Yeah,
so but mentally, that's a hard.
But they expect, and she kind of expect the physicality in the sense.
Well, I think she knew. She maybe not to this extent,
not to this, but
I think she probably knew what was waiting on her. I think she knew.
But the thing is, though, let's really talk about her game. What has she done in the WNBA right now that lets her know that she's going to be the superstar? It will be nothing.
She averaging 17 points a game.
Okay, but there's more people doing that we're not talking about. I mean, look at her turnover. She's averaging more turnovers than anybody else.
And she's decreasing them.
But she's still averaging it. It's there.
Well, let me ask you this then. Since you are stars born or are they made?
Stars are made.
Right.
Stars are not born. Stars are made.
So with stars being made, then right. So if the powers that be anoint her to be that star, then then it's gonna be what it's gonna be. All she got to do is just do her thing. They already know that she can shoot. They already know she can pass. They already know. She can play.
But let's put it in perspective. Everybody that goes professional can shoot. Everybody that goes professional can pass. Everybody can do that. The thing that separates you from one level to the next level is how you perform at that next level.
Right.
Even though you may be the greatest shooter in high school, but when you get to college and somebody put that defense on you, and now you ain't shooting, does that make you still not a great shooter? No. That just means the pressure that's coming at that next level is stopping you from being that star that you thought you were.
So is the league now, are they letting her take her lumps now to develop that strong
It's a combination of things going on. Going back to the stars born and made,
right.
Both things happen. Stars are born, and then the machine takes that star and extort it and exploit it for money, right? So now you got so many others came in and could shoot and stuff like that, but they didn't have Spalding and Nike and Gatorade and all them invested in. Trust me, the girl is going to get space to shoot and she's going to get space to do what she do. But part of making her and developing the star is going through these things. She's
letting her take her lunch.
And I see what you're saying, but I have to disagree with the stars born.
They are born.
Because you got players that played in the ruck that probably was better than Michael Jordan, but never got that opportunity. And we don't talk about them. Why? Because they didn't make that star.
Right, but I said both things are happening. The first, the star is
but
born,
we don't.
and then the machine.
But we don't know he's a
develops.
star. We don't know he's a star unless it's in front of us. If we never mention his name, how is he a star? He could still be a great
I'm
player.
just saying, for every person that you saw that was a star and you said they were made, that person was born. You have to be inclined to be able to do what you're doing.
No,
Yes,
because
you do.
Michael Jordan wasn't a great basketball player at first.
Sure, he was.
No, he wasn't. Michael Jordan got
But that don't mean he wasn't. But this is what I'm saying.
That means he wasn't that good.
If you look at Jordan, brother, Larry Jordan, you could see the genetics in them was athletically inclined.
Listen,
the kid,
if you get cut in high school,
he got cut as a 10th grade guy.
Exactly.
But he could play.
If he got cut,
the very next year he became a star.
If he got cut, how is he?
I'm gonna say this to you.
I'm
gonna say this to you. North Carolina.
He wasn't a high recruit going to North Carolina.
North Carolina recruited him, and guess what? Dean Smith recognized this.
And he made Jordan who he was.
He recognized Jordan was a star. That last shot, let me say this to you. That last shot was designed for Michael to take. Why would he let a freshman take that last shot?
Because they was concentrating. Because they was concentrating on Worthy at the time.
Worthy as a decoy. He designed that for Michael.
Listen,
because it's something that Dean Smith understood about Michael.
Michael Jordan was not a star in high school. Wasn't a star in middle school.
But he was born to be what he was.
How you because
of the ability. If you ain't got it in you, you can't do it.
He got taught his ability.
You can't teach ability.
Yeah,
you cannot. That's not teaching ability. You're born with that. That's your makeup.
Oh, come on, man.
If I take a kid that's not athletically inclined, I don't care what I teach him. He's not athletically inclined.
Why would
he don't have the coordination, the eye and hand coordination, all these things.
But my point is,
what did we say?
What I'm saying is this: you're talking about if the person is athletically inclined, then he makes them be a star.
No, I'm not saying that.
Let me tell you this.
All I'm saying to you is, a star is born.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. And anybody can answer this question. When you're playing sports at any level, do you ever consider yourself a bum? Do you look in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm a bum at this sport?
You did.
Well, I have never done that.
I did.
I go out and give it my all.
Certain things I couldn't play. I'm looking at other people. I couldn't play it.
I'm just saying this. I believe that I was good. Okay. That don't mean I was good enough to go to the next level unless I got developed to go to the next level. My belief is there, but that don't mean it's true. That's why I brought up Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got cut in high school.
Okay.
He didn't make none of it. He didn't play in middle.
Yeah. But how do you know what he did in middle?
Because we
know that, but you don't know that.
But anyway, we know what the end outcome was because he got taught his development skills. Jordan wasn't even the best player when he first walked into the NBA.
I'm just going to say you can't teach greatness. You can help develop the greatness, but you can't teach it. That's in you. You can't teach that.
Hey, I want to know with some of the people watching, do y'all think that stars are born or do y'all think they are made? I think Mike still had to go through some development. He earned, you know what I mean, like when Detroit was beaten down.
The development pulls what's in you out. If it's not there, it can't come out.
No, but let's say you can't dribble, but you're a good shooter. Mm-hmm. They can teach you, they can develop you to dribble.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, let's say you're not a good shooter, but you're a good dunker. They can teach you.
All I'm saying to you is stars are born, and then the machine takes that star and exploits it and makes it and exasperate what it is for money.
I agree. I think what is born. I think what is born is good points. I think what is born is the mental part of anything. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you're mentally prepared as a star, okay, that's what I think it is. Mentally, you can be good.
Right.
And if you have that mentality to keep it going and develop your skills, then that's where you and I agree on.
All right.
Okay. When you're born, if you have that mental mentality that I'm gonna be the best at whatever I do. And then you go develop them skills to be the best, then I'm
gonna give you an example real quick. Custom Motto. He's seen a teenage Mike Tyson. Saw him, put him in the ring, said, He gonna be the world champion. Why? Because he saw this guy was a star. Now I'm gonna put him through the ringer and bring all that shit out.
So y'all were basically saying the same thing, though. Don't
That's what it sounds like.
No, he's saying that you can put that in a person.
You can
No.
put
Well,
I'm saying you can put you have to put the skills in the person.
You gotta
Right.
Right. He put the skills into the person.
Yeah.
What he did was brought that stuff out of Mike.
Yeah.
He definitely taught him the art of boxing on the next level. He taught that. But what I'm saying is, if he ain't that, I don't care how much teaching you do, it can't develop.
Like,
It can't develop.
And the only thing I'm saying to you
develop.
is
If
the
he
star was born and then the machine.
If Mike Tyson wanted to be a boxer when he was young, he might not knew how to box, and obviously he didn't know how to box when he was young. But he wanted to be a boxer. That's when you learn
He wanted to be a boxer once he seen Ali come to his boy.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to
But
say.
I'm just saying,
Mentally, he wanted to be there. That don't mean Mike Tyson was going knocking people out before.
I got a question then. If it's a matter of teaching everybody to be a star, right?
Yeah.
How come everybody not one?
Because everybody doesn't take teaching well. That's like everybody goes to school, but everybody's not scholars.
It's because people aren't necessarily inclined to do certain things. It's just like if I'm right-handed, right? I shoot my right.
Right.
And then somebody trying to teach me to develop my left. And I work on it, but I just never get strong in that.
Right.
Why didn't I get strong in that? Because it's not in me.
Because you can't do it.
Right.
Right. That's what we're taught. That's what we're.
That's all I'm
and
saying.
if you can't do it, do that make you a star? No. You can't. If you. That's what we're trying to say.
So
stars are made.
They're not.
That's what
so
we're
what
trying
if you
to say.
can do it? You
If
can do
you
it because
can
of
do
what?
it and you became.
What is the reason you can do it?
Because they're teaching you how
No,
to do
because
it.
you're born being able to do it once
No.
you get the teaching.
Listen.
If I can teach everybody to do it, everybody has to
No,
develop
let me
it.
ask you a question. As a baby, you're not born to walk.
Yes, you're not born to walk,
No,
but guess what the body naturally going to do?
You get
The body is designed to
You-
start
everything-
doing that.
That's not a good example, man.
Yeah.
We naturally inclined to walk.
You're going to naturally
Right,
find the walk.
But the way you know how you develop the skills to walk is visualizing what is being done.
Right.
The same way the talking. Everybody can talk, but when you're talking about words, you develop the words from what you already hear.
You're right.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're right.
You
I
develop-
digress. Man.
Let me read what my man
I
Jim
digress.
North says. I think athletes were born with the tools, but only pressure and adversity develop the athletes. I agree with that. You know what I mean? Like when you go through certain things, and that's why I say they probably letting Caitlin Clark take a lot of the lumps that she's taking, because she's going to have a certain amount of develop a certain amount of mental toughness to get through what she's going to have to face in the WNBA.
Yeah, but the question is, can she get through it though?
Yeah, I think she.
That might,
I mean,
it might break it down now.
It might. I doubt it, but it might. That's just like Tiger Woods said one time. He asked his father, "Can you make me tough?" And his father told him, he said, "Yeah, but you're not gonna like it." You know what I mean? So if you know, I mean, he was committed. He wanted to be tougher, and he was committed to being tougher. That's why I think like Caitlin Clark want to get better, and I think she committed to being better. You know,
That's a
so
desire within.
right. It's coming from, but. As far as like Mike Tyson and Customato, if he just seen me, he wouldn't have been like, I'm gonna make that dude a champion.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So he had to see some traits in Mike that make Mike, you know what I mean, that he was like, all right, I can develop this guy. But it works both ways though. You can't.
Customato didn't see Mike in the gym working out.
Right. Yeah, he didn't. He didn't see him on the bus.
Already in the gym.
Yeah, right.
You know,
he didn't see Mike on the bus and be like,
that's what I'm saying. He didn't see him on the bus like, yo, that kid right there is gonna be a world star.
No. But the minute he saw him, he saw it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's why I say both things happen. You're born, and then it gets to.
Yeah.
It's both.
All right. Let me see. Let me see this. Like, people are saying Luka Doncic didn't play any defense. Let me see. He talking about Luka.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. So we're gonna get into Luka and them. That's gonna be our next. Yeah. We're gonna get to Luka and them. That's gonna be our next episode, our next topic. Probably in another few minutes. But yeah, man. If this was a good decision, man. I'm saying a good discussion, and yeah. Real good discussion. So again, I want to thank everybody who gave a donation. I want to thank also my man James McLaughlin for his order. And with that being said, make sure to everybody to go to urbanplatformfashion.com. Check out the merch. We have long sleeve t-shirts. We got short sleeve t-shirts, and also we have hoodies. And yeah, so man, we can ready to tune out, but we're gonna take probably about like a 10-minute break, and then we're gonna come back in and we're gonna talk some NBA. So hopefully y'all tune back in like within the next 10 minutes, and we're gonna talk about the NBA. We're gonna talk about Kyrie Irving, man, and how success is the best revenge.
Hey, can we also talk about how the NBA is dropping the ball and having game one on a damn Thursday?
Yeah,
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
I mean, that just pissed me off.
All right, man. Well, we can get into that. If you want to get into that, we can get into that. Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna take about a 10-minute break. But with that being said, man, tune back in probably like within the next 10 minutes, and we'll be talking about some NBA basketball. Peace.